Hi, my name is Laura Blumensteel. I'm an attorney here in Delaware, Ohio, and I specialize in estate, Medicaid planning, and probate administration. I want to make this video to talk about something that comes up a lot when I talk with my clients about Medicaid, and that is that 5-year look-back period. Everyone seems to be pretty familiar with what a 5-year look-back period is, but I want to break it down a little bit for you so you understand exactly when this 5-year look-back period starts and what the purpose of it is. So when you apply for Medicaid, Medicaid is going to ask you to supply financial documentation for all of your assets that you owned at any point during the last 5 years. What they're looking for is what they call improper transfers. So that is a transfer for no value, meaning a gift, or a transfer for less than fair market value. They will generally penalize you pretty harshly for these types of transfers. Now, I have a lot of clients, they come in and they have a Medicaid trust, and they say they've done a Medicaid trust 10 years ago, so all of their stuff should be protected from Medicaid. Well, what often happens with Medicaid trusts and just trusts in general is that they're not funded. So you go to all the time and expense of a trust, but you don't actually put your assets into the trust. That 5-year clock doesn't start until you put the asset in the trust, and it is per asset. So let's say 10 years ago, you did a Medicaid trust and one asset's been in there for 10 years, but then you placed another asset in there 3 years ago. The way that is going to work is the asset that went in there 10 years ago is going to be disregarded by Medicaid when they are assessing your application. The asset that went in there 3 years ago, even though your trust is 10 years old, the asset that goes in there 3 years ago will be considered an improper transfer because you have transferred it away for less than fair market value because you essentially gifted it to your trust. And so that is still going to come in under that 5-year look back. So the importance of Medicaid planning when you're using a Medicaid asset protection trust is not only that you do the trust, because the trust doesn't really matter. What matters is when you place an asset into that trust. And as I just explained in that example, you can have varying look back periods for different assets that you have. It's very important that you work with your Medicaid attorney to properly fund your Medicaid asset protection trust so that you truly get that protection that you're seeking when you engage in this type of estate planning. I hope it's been helpful, but if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.